Woohoo! Look at that. Oh, nice. Wow. Let me open the garage door because this is not natural light, but I think we can arrange it. And we can get some natural light. I'll put you right there on the little control box. Okay, yeah. That makes a lot of difference in the color there, doesn't it? So, let's see here. Woo! Nice. Well, I do see some spitting and sputtering back here. Let me bring you over here to see this. Let's figure out. Now, if you'll look at the kiln shelf itself. See all those little specks and sputters down there? And it's on this one next door too. And I'll lift that one up here in a sec. That was done. This is the new formula of speckled clay. And that sputtering and all that mess on the kiln shelf could be from the wax that I used on here. And it's possible, so the jury is kind of out on this, but let me turn this over and show you something. So when I had the wax resist on these places right here, I left some little specks glaze on there. Now these specks are smaller, definitely, so Trinity, you did a good job on making those not so noticeable. And I'm not sure what it was on here. Well, let me think about that a bit. And if anybody has any ideas, please leave your ideas in the comments. So let me put the camera down so I can handle these pieces a little better. Okay, so let's get where we can see. Maybe we can see inside there better. There you go. These have been in here for months and months. The ones on this side and the ones on the bottom, because life happens and there are things you have to do. Family and things take precedence over any of this. So that's what I've been attending to all these months. Now here's a big one. This is a set. It's kind of got a matte finish to it. I love the way that did on the outside. That is very lively. Very lively. Lively. Okay. Woohoo. It has quite a bit of movement in it. So this is a nice little set right here. I can't raise it up too high or it goes out of the picture frame. So these are together, little set. And this is done the same way. We'll look. I'm going to set these on the table and we'll look at them later. This is the size of the spectacular that I was complaining about that had such big pieces of I think it's manganese that's in there. But if you look at the raw clay here, they don't look so big, but under the glaze here, they do look quite large. Now, let me show you. Well, this one was from a former fire. So let me show you the bottom of this. This is the new formula. So you can see that these specks are quite a bit smaller, and there seems to be more of them. Okay. So, and here are the spectacular specks underneath the glaze. They do make quite an impression because they're huge. I love the way it looks, but it's a little bit hard to deal with. So this, let me put my candy back in the, anybody want a Hershey Kiss? Put that back in there. Now these were experimental. I'll show you these pieces. This one, this one, this one, this one, that one. These were the first time that I've ever used flux on anything, and I used the 401. I believe, I can't remember if that, whichever one is well, I'll have to show you because I don't remember. It's either they have two. One is dark, one is light, and I think this was the light one. But don't quote me on that until I get the jar and I'll show you. So this had blue on the inside here. This is Norse blue, Mako. This is copper float. And then I had iron luster around the edges. So on top of the iron luster, I put that flux. And I only put a little bit on the rims. This one ran quite a bit. This was over here next to the edge. This one didn't run as much. Got a couple of pinholes there. This is copper float. All of these are the same. They're copper float and they were treated the same way. I do like what happened on the inside. I'm okay with what happened on the rims, but I think I'll probably work on that a little bit with the colors and see what happens on that. This one came out pretty, sort of irregular, and then there's the inside. And let's see. This one is black celadon, and although these look like pinholes, they're not pinholes. It is some kind of glittery looking stuff that is a part of the glaze. So there's some smoky merlot swipes in here and some Arctic blue around the edge. I think next time I'll put more Arctic blue around the edge because that looks a little bit like I was skimping on it. And then there's the back. And this is the new formula of Trinity clay, the speckled clay. And so I like this. It's not sticking to the shelves, and this one didn't spit and spew over here. So I think it might have been that wax causing that. Okay, so I have some little pieces of I guess you could call them jewelry or some kind of little tags, tassels, tags, something like that. So there are these. Sometimes I'll have a little bit of clay left over from something I've done, and so we all want to. We don't want to ever forget that. And this is the new formula of clay, and you can see how even the speckles are and how much smaller they are. So I like that. I like that. And it's not sticking to everything. There are some other little doodads. Now there's a pretty bowl. Let's see. Ooh, I love that. Love that inside of there. That's beautiful. Now this one did not have flux on it. And to be honest with you, I cannot remember. It's just been too long ago. I don't remember what glazes I used on this. But I sure like the way that came out. Okay, I am going to, oh, and here's a little eye thingy, an eye washer. I'm going to, oh, and here's something. This broke, this little piece right, maybe I can get that out. This little piece right, that's a test. This broke, it was a little heart. And I decided I would go ahead and glaze it and fire it because I'm gonna try some kintsugi on there. So I'll let you know how that turns out too. In fact, I'll probably make a video while I'm doing it. So I'm gonna clean off this top shelf and take the shelves away, and then we'll look at what's beneath there. There are my cones. I got a good 5. That's a real good 5, high 5 actually, and this 6 didn't quite turn down, but I got good results on the glaze, so I'm not complaining. Okay, I'll be back in a minute. Okay, here's the bottom shelf in this kiln. It looks like we've got one over here that's spewed and sputtered. And I believe the thing that they have in common is the wax resist. So I'm pretty sure that was because of the wax. But this does happen to be that smaller, let me turn it over. This does happen to be that smaller textured speckle stuff. So Trinity, I'm happy with your speckle stuff. You probably could have gone somewhere in between the spectacular as it used to be and the spectacular as it is now, because something in the middle would have been okay. There's a little sponge holder. Okay, let's see. Here's the, ooh, this did not like the little sputters. It got little pit holes right there where it was next to the sputtering thing. I love these little birds. It's a ewer. Pinholes is something that we've kind of discussed lately. Let me get my pedal over here. And I have a dental drill here. It's similar to, I guess, a Dremel tool or something, but it's a drill. It's got a flexible cord on it, and this thing, that's the, back in the day, I suppose that's, and here's the cord deal right here, right there, see? Okay, so, to get rid of the pinhole, I'm going to grind it down a little bit. This is a barrel sander on the end here, and it's kind of small. Let's see, where am I? Okay. But what I want to do, here are my little pinholes. Let's see, here's one right here, there's one, there's one. They're kind of dark in the center, which I think is the clay color. And there's one, that one doesn't bother me too much, and neither does this one. But this was in the kiln next to those things that had the wax resist on them. And the ones that I was telling you that spewed and sputtered. And this is, let's see, a pedal. There we go. This is what I do to try to remedy, because I can't sell this like this, so I don't really have a lot to lose. So if I can remedy this, then I've got something I can sell. So I'm just taking down the edges. Let's turn it over here. Whoops. Can you imagine having your teeth worked on by something like this? It's kind of scary, isn't it? Actually, I should have that down there to protect my hand. This thing right here goes up and down, so you can change the bits. Where's my paddle? There it is. Okay. Okay, I've just taken off the sharp edges here. I'm going to take some more off of this. Yeah, if I had the right drill bits, I could probably do a root canal on somebody with this. And I'm sure that this kind of drill, this is called, I think the brand name on this is Buffalo. And they were used in dentistry. Okay, let's see. Now the reason I'm sanding this, it might not be such a big deal, and I might be able to do it with just hand sanding, but this had wax in it, so I know how this happened. The wax from the wax resist pot splattered over here on this, so I want to get down to where the wax is so that I can rough it up a little bit. It's just like repainting a piece of wood, like your kitchen cabinets or something. You need to use something called paint prep, something to kind of rough up the surface in order to give the object enough tooth to hold the paint so that the paint will stick. Let's see here. Let's use one of these and see. Yeah. Okay, I think that'll work. Now, what I'm going to do, I just love these little things. They're so cute. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to clean these off with alcohol and let it dry thoroughly. I may even take to it again with the grinder. But then after I clean it for the last time with the alcohol, I will put just a tad bit more of this, something close to this kind of glaze. Maybe I'll put it up here and let it run down. And I'll refire it and see if I can get that to close up. If not, I'll just toss it, but you know, it won't hurt to try, right? So that's what I'm going to do with that.